My journey began not on the train but in the organized chaos of Tokyo Station. Before I even glimpsed the rails, I was swept into a world that felt more like a grand stage than a mere transit point. The station pulsed with energy, every corner alive with movement and anticipation. It's less a transport hub, more the city's beating heart. Here, the rhythm of Tokyo is palpable, each footstep, each announcement, each hurried goodbye adding to the city's symphony. The station is a crossroads of stories where lives briefly intersect before diverging again. Thousands move with purpose, a mesmerizing ballet of daily life. The choreography is unspoken yet flawless, strangers weaving past one another, never colliding, always in sync. It's a dance that repeats every day, yet never loses its magic. The air hums with anticipation. Digital signs flicker with destinations. Kyoto, Osaka, Hiroshima. Each name is a promise, a gateway to adventure, and the possibilities seem endless. The boards glow like invitations, beckoning travelers to new horizons. I clutched my ticket, a golden key to adventure. In my hand it felt almost magical. A small slip of paper that could carry me across the country at unimaginable speed. The anticipation built with every passing second. Melodic chimes and calm announcements fill the air, guiding the flow. The gentle tones are both soothing and efficient, a reminder that even in the busiest moments there is order and care. The soundscape is uniquely Japanese, polite, precise, and reassuring. Families buy bento boxes, businessmen stride with determination, and travelers like me soak it all in. The station is a microcosm of Japan itself, old and young, locals and visitors, all sharing the same space for a fleeting moment. The aroma of fresh food mingles with the scent of anticipation. As departure neared, I made my way to the platform where order reigned. The crowd moved as one, each person aware of their place in the flow. There was a sense of calm purpose, a collective understanding that made the experience almost meditative. Painted lines showed exactly where to stand. People queued in perfect, patient silence. There was no jostling, no impatience, just a quiet respect for the process and for one another. It was a lesson in harmony played out in real time. No pushing, no shouting, just shared civility. In this moment, the station felt like a sanctuary, a place where the rush of the city paused for a breath. The anticipation was a quiet, bubbling thing among strangers. Each face reflected a different story, some anxious, some excited, all united by the promise of the journey ahead. Then a distant light grew, the ground began to hum. The vibration was subtle at first, then unmistakable. A signal that something extraordinary was about to arrive. The Shinkansen arrived, not with a clatter but a sleek, silent glide. Its arrival was almost otherworldly, a testament to engineering and elegance. The train seemed to float, its presence both powerful and serene. My heart fluttered with joy. I felt like a child again, standing on the edge of something new and wonderful. This was it, the legendary bullet train ready to whisk me across Japan. The doors slid open with a gentle whoosh, inviting me to step into a world of speed and comfort. I stepped forward, eager for the journey ahead. Every sense was heightened, every detail vivid. The cool air, the soft lighting, the promise of landscapes rushing by. The adventure was about to begin. In that moment, surrounded by fellow travelers and the hum of possibility, I knew I was part of something much larger than myself, a story unfolding on the rails of Japan. There it was, the Shinkansen, gleaming under the station lights, a sculpture of speed and elegance. Its presence was magnetic, drawing the eyes of every traveler on the platform. The anticipation in the air was almost tangible, as if everyone was aware they were about to board something extraordinary. Its aerodynamic nose, shaped like the beak of a bird, and the clean white body with a bold blue stripe, looked impossibly futuristic, like a vision from a science fiction film brought to life. The design wasn't just for show, it whispered of the engineering marvels hidden beneath its surface, promising both speed and silence. I walked the length of the platform, my hand gliding over its smooth, cool surface, marveling at how the train seemed to stretch on forever. Each carriage was seamlessly connected, forming a single, unbroken line of polished metal. It felt less like a train and more like a living, breathing entity, an arrow poised to fly. Each window, perfectly aligned, promised a private view of the world rushing by at unimaginable speeds. I imagined the landscapes that would blur past, mountains, cities, rice fields, all framed by these portals of glass. The train had stopped with millimeter precision, its doors perfectly aligned with the platform's edge. It was a testament to the meticulous attention to detail that defines Japanese engineering, every element in harmony, every movement calculated. With a gentle hiss, the doors slid open, inviting us in with a seamless, almost ceremonial motion. The sound was soft, yet it signaled the beginning of something momentous, a transition from the ordinary world outside to the extraordinary experience within. Immaculate staff stood ready, bowing in welcome with practiced grace. Their uniforms were crisp, their smiles genuine, and their efficiency a quiet reassurance that every detail of the journey was in capable hands. Boarding felt like stepping into a carefully crafted instrument, not just public transport but a symphony of design and technology. The interior was spotless, the seats arranged with precision, and the atmosphere hushed with anticipation. The platform scene faded behind me, replaced by the quiet hum of the train's interior. Here, the Shinkansen was the undisputed star of this daily drama, commanding respect and admiration from all who boarded. It promised not just a journey, but an immersion into the very heart of modern Japan. A place where tradition and innovation coexist in perfect balance, and where the future feels just within reach. I felt a thrill of excitement, a sense that this was more than a ride. It was a leap into the future, a chance to witness firsthand the marvels of Japanese ingenuity and hospitality. With a deep breath, I stepped aboard, ready to experience the seamless blend of tradition and innovation. The adventure continued, and with it, the promise of discovery at every turn of the track. Inside, calm replaced the station's bustle. The carriage was a haven of understated elegance, soft grays, blues, and creams. Spacious aisles and high ceilings created openness. Every detail was for passenger comfort. My seat was plush, with astonishing legroom and a perfectly placed headrest. Each seat had a fold-down table, power outlet, and reading light. A private cocoon for the journey. Passengers settled in, a quiet contentment filling the carriage. Seats could swivel, letting families create their own cozy nooks. Everyone could face the direction of travel, a small but thoughtful touch. Huge, spotless windows promised epic views. Even the blinds were designed for comfort, shading without darkness. The environment was meticulously clean and ordered. It encouraged relaxation and anticipation. I felt instantly at home, ready to enjoy the journey. Pure comfort in motion. The doors closed with a soft whoosh, no jolt, no clang. It was as if the train itself was inviting us into a different world, one where movement was effortless and transitions were seamless. The gentle sound was almost ceremonial, marking the start of something special. If I hadn't watched the platform, I'd have missed our departure. The train's motion was so subtle, so refined, that the only clue we were moving was the slow drift of the platform outside the window. It felt like leaving behind the ordinary world and stepping into a realm of quiet anticipation. The train slid away so smoothly it felt like the world was moving, not us. Buildings, signs, and people on the platform began to glide past, as if we were stationary and everything else was in motion. It was a sensation both surreal and exhilarating. A calm announcement welcomed us in Japanese and English. The voice was gentle, almost soothing, setting the tone for the journey ahead. It was a reminder that we were guests on this remarkable vessel, cared for and guided. Acceleration was gradual, almost imperceptible. There was no sudden push, no lurch, just a steady, graceful increase in speed that felt more like floating than traveling. Tokyo's sprawl blurred into streaks of color outside my window. The city's chaos faded into a watercolor of motion, and the landscape began to change, hinting at the adventures that lay ahead. Inside, everything was still. My cup of tea didn't ripple. The contrast between the speed outside and the tranquility within was astonishing, as if the train was a moving sanctuary. The silence was remarkable, just a gentle hum, no engine roar or track clatter. It was easy to forget we were traveling at such high speeds, cocooned in this peaceful bubble. Conversation was easy, or you could simply sit and think. The atmosphere encouraged reflection or quiet connection with fellow travelers, each person lost in their own thoughts or stories. The engineering behind this tranquility was mind-boggling. Every detail, from the shape of the nose to the design of the tracks, worked in harmony to create this seamless experience. The journey felt meditative, cocooned from the rushing world. It was a rare chance to pause, breathe, and simply be present as the landscape unfurled outside. The train glided with serene power, no drama or stress. It was a reminder that travel could be both thrilling and deeply calming at the same time. I leaned against the window, captivated. The world outside was a blur, but inside, time seemed to slow down, inviting me to savor every moment. The magic of the Shinkansen had already begun, promising a journey not just across Japan, but into a new way of experiencing travel itself. As the city faded, my window revealed a living tapestry of Japan. Suburbs gave way to green rice paddies and tidy villages. Traditional houses nestled among bamboo groves flashed by. Occasionally a temple roof or red torii gate appeared, and then Mount Fuji, snow-capped and serene. The mountain dominated the horizon for a few precious minutes. The train's speed blurred the foreground, but distant mountains drifted by gracefully. I glimpsed farmers in fields, children waving, cars waiting at crossings. The journey offered a cross-section of Japan, from modern cities to timeless countryside. It was a story unfolding at 300 kilometers per hour. The view was more than scenery, it was a moving narrative. The Shinkansen fuses speed, silence and safety like nothing else. We raced at over 300 kilometers per hour, yet the ride was smooth and quiet. Advanced suspension and welded tracks eliminated bumps and noise. Dedicated lines meant no level crossings, no risk of collision. In over 50 years, there's never been a passenger fatality from derailment or collision. Earthquake sensors can stop the train instantly. This technology lets you relax and trust the journey. The bullet train isn't just fast, it's the safest, most comfortable ride on rails. It's easy to forget the Shinkansen's rich history. Launched in 1964 for the Tokyo Olympics, it symbolized Japan's post-war rebirth. Visionary engineers defied skeptics, building the world's first high-speed rail. The original trains revolutionized travel, shrinking distances and boosting unity. The bullet train changed how Japan lived, worked, and connected. Riding today, I felt linked to that legacy of innovation and ambition. The Shinkansen is more than a train, it's a living piece of history. My fellow passengers formed a quiet microcosm of Japan. Businessmen worked or napped, couples shared snacks, and tourists gazed in awe. Everyone honored the unspoken etiquette. Hushed voices, no loud music, calls taken in designated areas. The atmosphere was peaceful, shaped by mutual respect. Train staff embodied omotenashi, bowing as they entered and left, serving with quiet efficiency. Their professionalism added comfort and pleasure to the ride. Though strangers, we shared a calm community, moving together in civility. It was a beautiful reflection of Japanese culture. Travel here is about the journey and the people you share it with, even in silence. The experience was quietly profound. As the train slowed for my stop, I felt a pang. The journey was ending. The Shinkansen is more than transport. It's an experience, a blend of technology and human-centered design. Watching Japan unfold from my window gave me a deeper appreciation for its land and people. The train connects cities and connects you to the country's rhythm. It's a paradox, grounded yet flying across the land. Everyone should try the Shinkansen at least once. It's inspiring, relaxing, and unforgettable. Buy a bento, find a window seat, and let the silver arrow amaze you. The journey is an essential part of the Japanese adventure. It's a ride that leaves you with wonder and admiration for the culture that created it.